We are joined by South Carolina head coach Shelly Smith, junior forward Kat Berry, and senior defender Camryn Dixon. Gamecocks, of course, 2-0 winners over Wake Forest to improve to 14-3-5 and move on to the second round of the NCAA Tournament for the 7th consecutive season. We will start with an opening statement by Coach Smith, and then we will open the floor for questions both for Coach Smith and our student athletes. So, Coach, take it away.
All right. Well, I'm pleased to be up here, happy to be moving on, and very proud of this team. I thought it was a huge challenge for us in the first round to play a team like Wake Forest, and I was really proud of the team to handle that here and do what they needed to do to move on. I just want to congratulate Wake and Coach Shelly on their season for being here. They obviously were a great opponent and tremendous, and very thankful that we're the team moving on at this point. Proud of these players next to me and the entire team effort. It took a team effort to beat a team like that, and we're obviously thrilled to continue to keep playing.
I will open it up for questions. Make sure you identify yourself and whether you are directing your question to Coach or Kat or Camryn.
I guess we'll start with Kat, that goal. Just right place, right time, or you knew that was coming to you off that crossbar?
Yeah, I just was talking to someone downstairs, and I said it's kind of just a striker thing. You learn to kind of get into those right places at the right time, and you're always hoping that it's going to be the worst case scenario for the opposite team. So I'm taking a chance on everything, hoping that the keeper's going to spill it or it's going to hit the crossbar. And so I laid that ball off to Abby, and I just turned to run towards the goal, hoping that, if we needed someone to clean it up, I would be there, and that's what happened. I just was able to put it in the back of the net, and I'm always happy to score goals. I think I love to do that more than maybe anyone. So putting the ball in the back of the net is always a good feeling, and just to be able to help contribute to this win today and help our team move on is ultimately always my goal. So I was excited to score and to be able to just finish that off for us.
Cam, I guess on the defensive end, you guys have had plenty of shutouts this season. Defense has kind of been a calling card for y'all. Just what did it mean here to be able to come through for the team here and put up the scoreless mark against Wake Forest?
Yeah, it's huge. Defense is a huge thing for us. Our philosophy is defense first, and the goals will come. Defense wins championships. So we've been putting in the work all week and all season, and I think we've been more consistent on the back line. And getting a shutout in the first round feels good, and we hope to carry that into the rest of our games here.
Does JY practice corner kick goals, or is that something new to y'all as well?
It was a good hit. She's really good at whipping them in on her left foot, and it just happened to go in this time. But she always delivers quality service, and I'm glad she was rewarded for that tonight.
Yeah, we talk about putting the ball on top of the keeper and in dangerous areas there, so you might score or we might get a good rebound off of those too. And JY was obviously able to execute that very well tonight, so we're happy to benefit off that. And we've talked about being more dangerous on set pieces, so to be able to do that tonight was huge.
Coach, we've talked about, I guess, here coming down the stretch, how much kind of more complete the team has kind of looked to come out here in the first note of the tournament and notch 2 goals in the scoreless on the other side. Just how proud of you of what the group put in here for the first round?
Yeah, extremely proud. These guys have worked hard all year, and they've improved every week, and that's what you want as a coaching staff, is to see that kind of growth. And it takes work. It takes a lot of practice. It takes learning how each other plays, and maybe we didn't advance as quick as we wanted going into SEC play, but we learned a lot, and we grew in that time, and we were rewarded with a championship last week. So that's what we want. Last year was a good example of that too. We made a great run in the NCAAs when we were disappointed in some of our performances in the regular season, but it's what you do with that, how you grow, how you learn from every opportunity you have, even if it's something that doesn't quite go your way. How do you get better? And this team has done that and shown that, especially this year. And tonight was a great example. Like I said, that was a difficult first-round matchup, and they handled it very well. Obviously, we're thrilled to be at home. We have the best fans in the country, and they came out in the pouring rain even and stayed and cheered us on. And these guys perform week in and week out, and that's what draws the fans as well. So very proud of them to come together and continue to build as a group and improve each week, week to week.
It's the 11th time in program history y'all have gotten to the second round, but obviously coming off of last year, the expectations are probably a bit higher that y'all are sitting on yourselves. Just, Coach, how much do you think that how far can this team go based on the skill they've shown so far this year?
I think the expectation definitely are to say, these guys come here to want to win championships and compete for a national championship. And, Kat for sure has talked about it since last year. We were disappointed in some things and said, I want to get there. And, they've all worked hard at it. And it is a very competitive road. We know that, and we've been there. We know the work it takes. So, but we have a chance as strong as anybody because we do know what it takes, and we've been doing our jobs. These guys know they are performing, and they have improved, and they are working together well, and that's what it takes. And our bench has come in and given us a lift. And to make it through a tournament like this, you need depth, and we have that with players coming in and giving us a huge lift off the bench too. So the pieces are there, and we just got to continue to work and stay healthy.
Kat, she mentioned your name. I'm curious now, what's your speech you've been given to the team?
Yeah, I touched on it talking after the SEC tournament, but I came here to win championships, to compete for championships, and we've been talking about it since the offseason just as a group, how we can take a step forward as a whole, and we want to continue to raise the bar of this program. And Blakely, who is an alum who graduated, and she is now in the Hall of Fame at South Carolina, talked to us a couple weeks ago just about how they set the precedent of competing for and winning SEC championships here, and how now it's our job to continue to raise that bar. And so that's what I want to do, and that's what I've talked to our team about, is just how can we focus on us and taking as a whole that step forward this year to, yes, our run was amazing last year, and that was huge to be a part of and to put that together on the end of, like Shelly touched on, a season where maybe we were a little bit disappointed in some of our results in the conference. But we know we're capable of even a step further, and we want to not just be an Elite Eight team, we want to be competing for the College Cup, and we want to be competing for the national championship. And so we've been to the College Cup once, but we want to continue to make that a precedent for this program, and we know this program's capable of getting to places like that and to the national championship game and winning that. And so ultimately that's the goal and the standard that I want to leave, and that's the legacy I want to leave on this program, is that we're not just content to compete for SEC championships or to be, the best team in South Carolina. We want to go and we want to be a national powerhouse and be competing for that national title every single year in and year out. So that's what we're focused on as a team, is just continuing to improve every year and grow and develop this program into something really special. And it's a great group. I feel like this is the closest team I've been on in all of my time here, and I think that shows, and we're peaking at the right time. So obviously nothing's ever guaranteed, and we're going to have to go out and fight for it like every other team in the country, because everyone's fighting for their season at this point. But we know what we feel like we're capable of and where we want to get to. And I've touched on it last year, that Elite Eight game, I left and I was like, we're better than that. We can be here next year and we can win this game. And that's the hardest step. And so we want to get back there and have another shot at it for sure.
Obviously, she's a junior, Cam. It's your senior year. Just you share that kind of sentiment as well, of kind of wanting a strong final note here?
Yeah, for sure. As Kat said, that was an incredible run we had last year in the Elite Eight. And being there kind of just opened our eyes to what we can do on a consistent basis. And as she said, we want to continue raising the bar. And the Elite Eight is nice, but that's the standard now, and we want to keep pushing that. And as a team, we've talked about that, and those are our goals. And I think this year we have a very good shot, but as always, we're going to take it one game at a time.
Anybody else?
This is Griffin Good with the Daily Gamecock. I just want to circle back to something that Coach Shelly mentioned just about the atmosphere. There were 1,000 people in the stands. Even the rain couldn't even dampen the atmosphere. So all three of you can have a chance to answer this question. But how important was that, big crowd and, contributing to the result? And how motivating was it to, have all those fans behind you as you guys were able to advance to the next round?
You guys want to take that?
Yeah.
Playing in front?
We say it all the time, but we have the best fans in the country, without a doubt. They just show up for us year in and year out, on hot, sunny days, on pouring rain, whatever it is. Whenever we ask them to show up for us, they answer the call. So we're really fortunate to have the support we do from students, from the community, and we feel a responsibility to show up for them. And so obviously on a night like tonight, they fought for us and stayed in the rain and really, really helped us push through that. And they're the heartbeat of our program, from the graveyard shift to the students to everyone in the stands and our families. So we want to go out every week and fight for them and continue to put on a good performance for them, so they keep wanting to come back. And their investment in us is something that we're so grateful for, and we're just I'm like so happy to have the fans that we do and the continued support year in and year out. And that's like one of the best things about playing here. I know coming from the Northeast, there just isn't that kind of soccer culture. And I feel like here in Columbia, it's really a hidden gem and something that I don't know if there's anywhere else like it.
To add to that, I'll agree. I think these guys are lucky to play in this kind of environment all fall for the college season. It's rated one of the best places to play collegiate soccer for a reason. Our fans make it that way, and these guys do a great job to put a good product on the field and entertain them. And so it goes both ways, but we also try to reach out and thank our fans as much as we can, and they come out, and we're very thankful for them. And Kat touched on the graveyard shift. I mean, they're there every game. They're even there on the road at times, and
Here
keeping
at
it
10 a.m. this morning.
keeping it an environment that is neat to play in. So we are very thankful for that.
Anybody else? All right, Gamecocks will play in the second round on Friday against 6-seeded Harvard at a location to be determined later tonight. Thank you, guys.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, guys.